And breaking now tonight at 5 o'clock, IMPD confirming that they have caught a suspect who may have shot at officers during an investigation.
This happened on the south side near East Street and National. Ashton Hackman joining us live from the scene. There's still a heavy police presence there. You've been working the scene. Ashton, what have you learned?
Yeah, well, Felicia and Anne Marie, a public information officer, just got on scene and is working to get us some more confirmed information. As you mentioned, all of this happened on the south side of Indianapolis about an hour ago, and the scene is still very much active. You can see down Union Street. This is just south of Morris, near Meridian, again on the south side of Indianapolis. And police have taken a suspect into custody that they were searching for, and at one point allegedly fired a shot at officers. They're working to confirm that information for us, but right now a suspect is in custody here along Union Street, and no officers or anyone else here in the neighborhood was injured or impacted by this. It did, though, however, cause quite a headache for traffic. Right after school was getting out for IPS, we had a neighbor in the community who was waiting for her grandson to get home. Her bus actually had to be rerouted several times to get to this spot. But again, right now, police confirm that the suspect they were looking for is in custody here on the south side and that no officers were injured. They're working to confirm if an officer was fired at by that suspect. Of course, any new information we get, we will pass it along to you.
Okay, Ashton reporting live from the south side this evening. Thank you so much. And tonight, an inside look at the juvenile detention system here in Indianapolis after a recent rise in teen gun violence.
In fact, just last night, we saw 2 minors shot, one of them killed.
Now our Brandon Schaff looks into the city's efforts to stop the cycle.
When teens are arrested, they come to the Marion County Community Justice Campus. Inside the Juvenile Detention Center, volunteer chaplain Danelle Howard works at the Youth Service Center, teaching troubled youth to be leaders and giving them an opportunity for redemption.
What I don't want spaces to do is treat these young men as if they're preparing them for prison. The juvenile centers and these type of spaces are to be spaces of rehabilitation and redirection and refocus.
A deadly shooting on Indy's near south side on Wednesday night is also raising concerns about frequent violent crime involving teens. That shooting killed 1 juvenile and injured another, and there is no known suspect yet. IMPD called on parents to be more involved and know where their kids are.
We need positive role models. We need people to step up, to lead them down the right path, show them positive relationships, show them what conflict resolution looks like, show them that there are opportunities and choices out there other than violence. New Boy founder Kareem Hines says frequent juvenile violence is a call to action for the entire community.
Our kids are in pain in this city and across this country. And as an adult, as a mentor, as a trusted, person in this space, we should be asking ourselves, what more can I do to prevent the next young person from dying?
Hines says early intervention is crucial before kids make life-altering decisions. In the detention center, Howard says he can help youth through challenges in their lives that may contribute to the mistakes that they made.
Help them to see themselves as leaders, as young men and girls who can advance their culture, who can build their community, who can help change their situations and put them again in an ecosystem of people who can help, because there's no one answer.
Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Hines adds that he wants to help as many kids as he can find safe spaces throughout the summer and beyond.
Tonight, the Marion County coroner is identifying the 17-year-old boy killed in the shooting Brandon mentioned. 17-year-old Armonte Haddix died in the shooting near Iowa and South Talbot Streets around 9 o'clock last night. The other juvenile is hospitalized in critical condition. Officers have not shared any other information about the shooting.
Metro Police tell us they're also investigating a shooting that left a DoorDash driver injured.
Jenna Webster is at the apartment complex where police say the shooting stemmed from a carjacking.
It's all quiet now in this apartment complex on the northwest side of Indianapolis, but around 4 o'clock this morning, this parking lot was filled with police. And one neighbor tells me it was a really unsettling situation to wake up to.
I heard arguing in the distance, but I didn't think anything of it. And then I just heard a gunshot. It was one, and then there was a pause. And then there was 3 more.
Maria Rodriguez woke up to her dog barking and police outside her window at the Estates at Crystal Bay Apartments. She says it sounded like people were arguing about a car. IMPD says when they arrived, they found a delivery driver shot. DoorDash tells 13 News it was one of their drivers. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police believe this was a possible carjacking situation.
We're thankful that there wasn't a loss of life in the situation, but it goes to show that this was entirely preventable. Somebody decided to victimize one of our neighbors who was just trying to make a living.
Many of the apartments have cameras outside, so police are asking residents to check their security footage to help with the investigation. In Indianapolis, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Thanks, Jenna. And police have not released any info about possible suspects in this shooting. You are asked to call Crime Stoppers if you think you can help. Angela?
Felicia, we're getting a break from the rain, a much needed break. It's been soggy and stormy for several days this week. I'm going to show you rainfall potential with future Track 13. So something we don't necessarily show a lot, but this I think is going to put in perspective when we expect the rain to arrive and how much in that Carb Day forecast. No issues early in the day. We're expecting a dry start. You can see south of Indianapolis by early afternoon. Think lunchtime, 1 p.m. Rain chances start to increase, and then by the time we are dealing or hopefully having some fun during the concert, we are expecting rain, and some of that will be steady. So in that time frame from 1 p.m. to about 6 p.m., the end half of Carb Day, we're expecting around 1/4 inch of rain. It is going to have an impact, but it's also not going to rain all day. Temperatures will be in the 60s. Grab the jacket, grab the rain gear. How about the rest of the weekend? That forecast in just minutes.
Okay, the weekend is here. We've been waiting 363 days for this. Okay, you could feel the excitement growing as we get closer to the Indy 500.
Yep, now just 2 days away from the green flag dropping on Sunday. Today, our track team got a chance to catch up with the drivers as they get ready for their final practice.
So here's Dom with the 2023 and 2024 champ, Joseph Newgarden.
Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Staying here with the two-time Indy 500 champ, Joseph Newgarden, Team Penske.
Great to see you.
How are you doing? You doing all right?
I'm great.
You ready for race day? It's almost here, and just what are your thoughts and feelings associated with why this is so special and just the anticipation leading up?
Well, it sort of speaks for itself. I mean, it's the Indianapolis 500. It's the greatest race in the world, and I'm very excited to get to race day. You know, I'm sort of looking to fast forward time. It's middle of the week. Yeah. Middle of the week on race day, I'm just ready to get to the main event. But we feel good. You know, I think our team's in a good spot. Yeah. And, you know, it's about giving yourself an opportunity. That's always what this race is. And we're ready to do that. So, you know, let's see what Sunday brings for us.
You're starting P23. The first time you won this race, you started P17, if memory serves. So you know what it takes to win from, you know, middle, back of the pack. What are your thoughts about just starting P23 and what's going to take on race day?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much that can happen in this event that, you know, it's really not where you start. Yeah. It's the way you run the race. It's the cadence. It's the decision making. You know, that's what makes the difference. Yeah. And for us, I think, you know, we know what we want to do strategy wise, and how we want to run the race. So, you know, I'm less concentrated on where we're starting and more about how's the car and what's our plan and how are we going to execute on the day. And I know we can get to the front. I really do. We got a lot of time. You always do. I mean, 500 miles is a lot of time to win from anywhere. So, yeah, we're prepared.
All right, you know what it takes to win this race. You know how to get focused on race day morning. What's your favorite part of race day morning?
I love that. You know, they leave us alone on race day morning. It's the one time Team Penske leaves us alone. Yeah. Which is great. It's like it's race day. They let us just, I'm chilling out. I'm hanging out with my family. And I'm getting ready to walk out when it's time. Yeah. So I sort of love that. You know, I used to watch. It's a bummer. We don't have the Monaco Grand Prix on. Normally when I get up, I watch the Monaco Grand Prix. You know, it's the coolest day in sport. You have Monaco Grand Prix, then we get to run our race, and then you have the Coke 600 at the end. So, you know, that's normally what I've been doing, but we don't have that this year. So we'll have a little different program.
All right, that's Joseph Newgarden. I'm Don Miranda, starting P23 for Team Penske. We'll see if we can make it 3 Indy 500 wins.
Well, that would be exciting to say the least.
Yes, he'd be a popular champion for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so the Coke lot over at the Speedway is quickly filling up tonight.
Yeah, people are starting early. Check it out. The lot opened early this morning, and they're pulling in to camp out for the weekend. You're going to find them hanging out in RVs and tents all over the place.
So the Coke lot is located on 30th Street, just west of Georgetown Road.
And as usual, it's already sold out.
We have a video of the cans there.
Little dog. I think it's going to be
cans.
muddy. It's going to be muddy.
That doesn't stop them.
That forecast. No, it does not. And as we look ahead, we want to make sure you know that, as always, we've got you covered this race day weekend.
Yes, so Dustin and myself will be headed out to Carb Day tomorrow. We're going to bring you live coverage of all the fun during our newscast to get you started.
So that's Friday. The next day, Saturday, join us to watch the Lucas Oil 500 Festival Parade. Angela Buckman, Matt Standrich, and myself will be here at noon right here on Channel 13. Tune in or join us live.
Yeah, also keep it right here Sunday. We're your home for the race. We got pre-race coverage, post-race coverage of the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500. All the excitement is happening right here on Channel 13. So the Indiana Fever take on the Golden State Valkyries tomorrow night.
That's right. And breaking news, in just the last few minutes, we learned that Caitlin Clark now listed as probable for the game tomorrow night. Now, the Fever surprised nearly everyone yesterday when they announced that Clark wasn't playing due to an issue with her back.
Yeah, there have been no other details on her back or what that possible injury or what could be going on. Since they made that announcement at 5:20, the team could face a fine. It was 5:20 p.m. on game day. They could face a fine because WNBA rules state teams have to disclose a situation like hers by 5 p.m. local time the day before a game. That was the day of. So we hope this does not look like last year. We want all of our players to be healthy and to be on the court. We want to see them play.
Samantha Johnson digs into this a little bit deeper, and our coverage continues ahead tonight at 6.
And tonight, the Indianapolis Colts are remembering the legacy of their late owner, Jim Irsay.
It's now been 1 year since the team announced his death at the age of 65, and now they're sharing a video online with a look at how they've been honoring him since. Irsay's 3 daughters now are the team's co-owners.
And they each have different leadership roles with the team. Ahead, backing a new candidate in the race for Secretary of State.
Why the AG asked Indiana's current Secretary of State to withdraw from the race. That's ahead here at 5:30. Plus, catching up with David Letterman out at the Speedway.
The message he's sharing about heart health from the track. But first, retiring after decades in education.
Amazing. These 3 IPS teachers coming together to reflect on their collective careers on this, the final day of school before retirement. Next.